Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to try something I haven't done before, which is I am not going to hold my pencil. Okay, you can't see what I'm doing in the first video you're watching, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing in the second video you watch. This is how I usually hold my pencil, right? It's how most people hold their pencil, whatever, when they draw. But when I would do gesture drawing classes in college, and we'd be drawing pretty big, usually 18 by 24, right? But sometimes I would draw like this, even on 11 by 17. I would hold the pencil like this. And the reason is because when you hold the pencil like this, you can't get noodly into details. You just can't get into details too much like this. Maybe eventually, if you get really good at it, you can. But holding the pencil like this means you have to stay broad. And today, I am going to try to take this whole gesture drawing thing very seriously and see if I can stick to this 3.5 minutes. It's supposed to be 2 minutes, but whatever. 3.5 minutes. And I'm going to try to discipline myself by, even on this tiny iPad Pro, I'm going to hold the pencil like this. I don't know how it's going to go. I think it's going to be a nightmare. Okay, the clock is ticking. But let's see how it goes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't even know how to do this. I'm like, should I stand or sit? Oh, it helps to draw with the see, it's like, okay, so you tend to draw with the flat of the pencil when you do this. But it's hard to get the iPad pencil to recognize your strokes as well when you do this. So I kind of have to bend my wrist up a little more. I can't really draw. Like, I can't draw flat like this. I have to bend up like this some to get this to work. This guy's so bent over. It's so crazy. So wow, he's so much at more of an angle. Okay, I can still switch between my eraser and my thing, which is good. In gesture drawing classes, you don't have an eraser. So it's just like tough shit. Sorry, it's been so long since I've done one. I've been really busy. I've been trying to get focused on getting back to my God, I can't seem to do that. All right, so maybe I'm not supposed to be doing that level of detail here, huh? been focusing on my comic book and getting built up for closing out my first Kickstarter and getting ready for my second one. So this would be coming back, right? See how you just can't do details when you're, you know. All right, 3 minutes and 50 seconds is gone. However, I am a lot further along than I was before. I mean, I've actually got the majority of 4 limbs drawn. Which is great. I mean, this is so much better than I was before. Yeah, man, it's space. Let's move this little guy up here. Come on up here, buddy. Okay, back to my pencil too. I have to admit, boy, holding my pencil like this and doing this on such a small thing is hard. It is hard. It is hard. I've lost. I mean, you need more coordination to hold your pen, hold your utensil and draw like this at such a small level. However, it's keeping me simple and it's keeping me on task. So look, I'm going to call that done. That's great. This is so much shorter. This worked out well. It looks like crap, but I think it's got the essence down, and in a much shorter time. It's much truer to a gesture drawing. This is way better. So, okay, so for the screen capture version, most of this you're like, what the heck is he talking about? But that's okay. We've got the gesture drawing in a much shorter time. It's pretty darn accurate, but it's simple the way it's supposed to be, and it's done quickly, and we've caught the gesture. You know, we've got the line of action, which is tough. You see the line of the spine disappears over here because we've got the pelvic area is on is more or less on a side view here, right? And then the torso really twists here, as you can see from, you know, lines here of muscle and skin folding. And then that midline of the back just really takes a curve here, whoosh. And then we see, if you find the midline of the skull, it comes up over here, and then the top of the skull here, right? And then we just follow this line, you know, once we get a side view of the pelvic here, we follow a side view of the leg down, and then we see that other leg coming out. So we've got the idea, we've got the gesture, we've got the idea. I think we've got the energy, it works. And when you watch the second video, you're going to see the exact same drawing I just did, the exact same voice, recording everything, because I recorded with my phone as well as screen capture with my iPad, so you can see my hand and how I'm holding the pencil, so that I can't sit here and get all noodly, you know, with the being able to do details that you just can't do. You just can't do that kind of thing, you know, when you hold the pencil differently. And that's one thing I hadn't thought about up till now. I just didn't think I'd be able to hold the pencil like this in drawing such a small confined space, but you can. You really can. And it works. It's totally effective. So watch both of those, and then in the next one, I can switch back to this and do what I've been doing in those videos, which is take another pass at this and tighten up the drawing. And what I've been trying to show the whole time in those videos is how, but I think I've been noodling the first gesture drawing too much, and it kind of erases what I've been trying to show the whole time, and this does it better. You get a good, simple, quick gesture drawing, and I think this helps me be more disciplined and do what I was always taught to do. So you get the good, quick gesture drawing here, and then you take another pass at it, and you can turn a solid gesture drawing. You take your foundation, a solid foundation, which is the most this is the most important element to any good drawing. Like I said, if you build your house on a foundation of sand, then you can build a beautiful house on top of it, but the whole house is going to sink into the sand because you built it on a shitty foundation. So you need this beginning gesture drawing, making sure that your action and your feeling and your proportions, making sure all those things are correct. If you get your proportions and your sense of feeling and action and wholeness of the figure, if you get this gesture drawing done right first, then everything you put on top of it, no matter how simple or how detailed, it's going to look good, and it's building that foundation of your house on rock. So no matter what you build on top of it, it's always going to be great because you built it on a good foundation. So what we do next, building this out, it's going to prove that point. Okay, so I'm going to stop this one, and I'm going to stop the phone, and then we'll do the next one. Peace.